Hey, welcome back. This is part two of my Dreams 1, 2, 3 system of interpretation overview. And we're going to pick up with how to decode symbolism and analyze the story. For decoding symbolism, you have three primary ways of doing it. You have association, number one. This is probably the most popular tool for figuring out what underlies what you see in the dream. Remember, there is an overt image, and then it symbolizes something. So what you do is you associate first. Association is simply the first thoughts that come off the top of your head. There's no filtering. In fact, association gets you around your filters. When you associate, you just think of something from the dream and start brainstorming ideas. You think of a dog from a dream, and you first think of dogs in general. There are general associations with dogs, such as they're used to guard property, to alert their owners to danger. They are companions. They are man's best friend. Those are our collective or group associations with dogs, a few examples, but you also have personal associations to consider. Take, for example, the person who is a dog lover, and they think of their pet dog, and all of those associated feelings, thoughts, memories come up with it. But now imagine that you are the neighbor of someone who is the pet lover, the dog lover, and they leave that dog outside so that it can yelp and bark all night and it keeps you awake. For you, or for that person, the neighbor, a dog the first thing that comes to mind for them might be that the dog is something that annoys them, something that should be controlled better, something that keeps them awake at night. Dreams will begin with those associations and then build the symbolism around it. Association is the underlying basis of symbolism. One of them, at least. It's the primary one. The dream source, the dreaming mind, it reaches from one associated idea to the next associated idea to the next associated idea. So there is let's just call it a tree, and you are at the trunk of the tree, and now you are reaching out for branches, and you go from inner branches to outer branches. Well, now there's the next tree, and if you can reach from one branch of one tree to the next branch of the next tree, now you have gone from one place to another. In the same sort of figurative way, dreams will reach from idea to idea, from association to association to create symbolism. In my dog example, we went from dog is something that barks and makes noise to something that is keeping you awake at night. The barking dog in your dream is the thoughts that are barking at you, the unresolved situations from the day. It's associated, the ideas are associated together by something that keeps you awake at night. The associations must circle back to the dream and its meaning. I could associate an astronaut in my dream with the moon and the moon with cheese, and I'm not really getting any closer to the meaning. It is associating because these ideas are related, astronauts and the moon with cheese. But cheese is not going to lead you back to the meaning of what an astronaut in your dream means. So keep that in mind, that the associations must circle back to the dream and to its meaning. You won't know that meaning at first, but just keep in mind, there's a central target that you're trying to get to as you associate. So you can free associate, but that might lead you too far away from the meaning. It's okay to just allow the ideas to flow, but remember, they must come back to the meaning. The association method for interpreting dreams has been in use since the days of Sigmund Freud. He's the one who popularized it. They called it free association method. And then his contemporaries picked up on it, and it has been in use for many decades. It's the number one tool for dream interpretation. And remember that behind it all, we have two things we're really trying to do. Go from idea to idea to idea and see how they interrelate. And that by associating, you're getting around your filters, your ego barriers, your gaps in your self-knowledge. Association, because you can just think off the top of your head, the rational mind is not in use as much, and the intuitive mind is allowed to come forward. And that is when you can really get to the meaning of a dream, because the dreaming mind likes to make these intuitive connections between things.